All right, so she's digging this dude that she's dating. Things going pretty well until he drops the bombshell on her that no, he's not married to somebody else, but he is living with his ex-wife. She wants to know from you guys, should she continue to date him or just go ahead, ditch this dude?
It's ditch or date. Bert Show. I know this is not a normal situation. However, I need to know if this is bad or awkward enough to just call the entire potential for a relationship off. In other words, do I ditch him? Alex, in quotes, and I have gone on exactly 2 dates. Our first date was fantastic. No red flags. In fact, the only red flag was that there wasn't anything to even be nitpicky about. He and the entire experience were just perfect, that I thought it couldn't be real and there must be something wrong with him that he was hiding. Yeah, just wait, girl.
That's usually all you got to do.
On our second date, I dug even deeper to get to know him. Surely there must be something he wasn't telling me.
See, this is her mistake.
Yeah.
And not his. Why dig deeper? Everything was going fine. Couldn't you just keep it right up here?
Now, he has been married before. Of course, that isn't a red flag. I've also been married before. The fact that we'd be coming from the same place was actually a plus for me. However, after talking to him and digging deeper, I realized that his situation with his ex-wife is dramatically different than mine. Apparently, he still lives with his ex-wife. He says they still get along and that it wasn't a messy divorce. When it came to both of them finding a separate place to live, they decided to hold off. He said they both realized that they hadn't been responsible with their finances while married, and that the divorce only seemed to make them less financially secure. So instead of each paying separate rental mortgages or finding roommates, they would just continue to live together.
Wow. That is some kind of maturity right there.
He said that his ex actually got the house and took over the mortgage, but he pays her rent. He begged me not to be concerned or think he is weird. He said that they both are dating other people and that their lives are totally separate. He said that he pretty much spends all his time in their basement, which had already been set up to be his man cave. He said it has been pretty much turned into a little apartment and he rarely has to go up to the main floor. He also says there is a separate entrance. So he said it wouldn't be awkward at all for him to bring me or any girl he is dating over to, in quotations, his place.
Ooh, that would be awkward, man.
If he swears there's no drama and that it is basically like an apartment in the basement of the house his ex-wife now owns, should I be weirded out enough to walk away or do I just wait and see?
Wow. 1-855-BERT Show. Wow.
Well, depending on when they went through the divorce and what the housing market looked like, because I don't know if you know this, it was really easy to sell a house, but it wasn't very easy to buy one, and prices had skyrocketed. With inflation and in this current economy, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Who am I? I would continue to date him. I don't think this is a ditch situation yet. I would actually go over there and scope out the situation. I would do recon
100%
before I do any ditching.
The only way
out of curiosity more than anything.
the only way that you could feel confident in that situation is to see it for yourself.
Could you imagine if you went over there to his place and like she came down with like lemonade and cookies?
Need anything?
I just made a fresh batch.
I feel like this is one of those situations where, Bert, you say sometime what I think you should do and what I would do are two different things.
What you should do, you mean who you want to be and
yes.
Who you really are?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I do understand that how someone can end up here. And it doesn't have to be a red flag. Like he could be genuine in his situation. And maybe if she really likes him, she should continue to date him because why not? But I couldn't do it. No way. No way.
So like if you were dating a woman, and she told you her ex-husband was living in the basement.
Oof. Yeah, it's no way. Because even if I'm okay with it now, because it's so soon, I know that down the line, once her and I get to that place, I'm not going to be okay with it.
Yeah.
It's going to become a problem, so I'd rather not even get there.
It's utterly amazing to me that during the divorce, they decided that they were going to live together because that's when it's most tense right there. Mm-hmm. It would take real emotional maturity to say, hey, we're separating, but you can live downstairs and we don't dislike each other. If my ex-wife, for whatever reason now, needed to move in to my basement. Whatever happened in her life, she could be here. I would probably run it by Tiffany.
I
my
think that
fiance.
would be wise.
I wouldn't have a problem with it so long as we both know it's temper.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing well. So, yeah, unfortunately, last year, my ex-wife and I went through a divorce, and for money purposes, there was no point for her to spend $2,000 on rent. So she stayed at the house that I took over the mortgage at for 4.5 months. And as long as it's cordial, I think she should kind of stick around and fill it out. But the minute it becomes awkward, then, pop smoke and say, see you later.
Pop smoke.
Pop smoke.
Okay.
I love
Rest in peace.
So you guys lived in the house together right after the divorce?
Yeah, we did. And like I said, it was $2,000 for rent for a little apartment until she could move into her house. So, financially, it just made sense. And, it made sense for the kids, too.
I mean, so this here, because you're saying it was an apartment, I think. I mean, this isn't like you being downstairs and her upstairs or vice versa where you weren't seeing each other. You guys are rubbing shoulders every day during a divorce.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, dude.
Did either of you date anybody during this process?
I can't speak for her. I would assume she did, but I know I saw a girl, but I never brought it to the house.
No.
Got it.
It was never discussed, and it was never a, hey, can you leave the house so I can have her over? It was never nothing like that.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey, more power to these guys if they can do it.
Yeah, you're a smart man, dude. You're a very smart man.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.